Hello, everybody.
Evening, afternoon.
Evening, you
Evening,
see. We
hello.
normally go on an evening, that's
Afternoon,
why.
everybody.
It's lovely to see so many of you online. I can see Tara commenting, Chrissy, Tracy Hall, Pam Duffy. Hi, Miles. Long
Hi,
time no
Miles.
see. DPC's watching as well, I can see on there. And Daniela O'Shea. It's lovely to be back with you. It's a long time since we've been live. There's been various things going on and just time runs away with us all. But we're here and we're going to be live, and we were going to go do a service and see where Spirit wants us to go. Daniela, Michael's busy today. He's out somewhere with Claire, our friend. With some Rainbow Project stuff, but we will pass on that you've said hello to him. But thank you. If you do hear some kerfuffle in the background, I've got a 10-week-old puppy with our two, and he's running around and being very, very mischievous and boisterous. Yes, Jean, thank you. Oh, hi, Emma. How are you doing? And Tara, thank you. I started cutting myself when I was shaving and being on anticoagulant. I was bleeding. It looked like a murder scene in the bathroom.
Come on, no. You're doing it to play Santa this year.
Yeah, that's it, really. I am indeed Santa Claus, but thank you for blowing my cover, Jean. No, it usually is behind the scenes, as you know, our Michael, but he's out busy doing Rainbow Project stuff, so we'll leave him with it because it's very important stuff he's doing, bless him. So if you don't mind, we'll do an opening prayer and the Lord's Prayer, and then if we do some healing for a while, Jean, and then we'll see where Spirit wants us to go, whether it's going to be a Q&A or a messages or whatever. Hi, Angela, I've just seen you log on. Facebook's just said Angela Ellison is watching. But if we could all just blend into the silence for a moment, please. Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for this opportunity of gathering together this afternoon as friends across the internet. I ask that the guides and inspirers for Jean and myself step forward to support us through this short service. Father, I leave this service in your capable hands and promise that everything we do this afternoon will be done with love, with truth and honesty in our hearts. Amen. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Deborah. Just seen your comment. Really nice to see you all this afternoon. It's lovely. We will do a short healing moment. So if you can just hold in your thought anybody that you know that needs a little bit of support and a little bit of upliftment this afternoon, just hold them in your thought for a minute, and that energy will go out into the universe to where it's needed. And it really, really does work. Doesn't it, Jean?
Oh, yes. I swear by
sorry,
you.
Pop. Across my legs, and I've just knocked him. Anyway, so just hold those people in your thoughts, and we'll start with the healing prayer.
And don't forget healing for yourself.
Yes, it's very, very important to ask for healing for yourself. It's not selfish. It's important, because without you being at your best, then the people around you can't benefit from your support. So if we can just blend together again, please. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, may we bring before you all those who are sick, suffering, and in need of your comfort, whether they suffer in mind, in body, or in spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and for those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen. Amen. Deborah, healing on its way to you in abundance, sweetheart. I don't know what's happening in your life, but we will send you all that support and all that upliftment. And if you could please remember my mum and dad, because they're not great at the moment.
Oh dear.
Our Jean, who
having surgery again,
having some troubles and having some surgeries. It's all very important stuff. And
you,
as ministers, it's what we need to do to look out for everybody. It sort of follows the theme we were talking about with the Rainbow Project the other evening when we did a live, and it was just about just being nicer to each other.
I think you should.
Just being nicer to each other.
This is where the lockdown, we talked about it before, when lockdown came in, how people rallied round and supported everyone and asked if you needed any shopping or did you need this, need that. It's all gone again. It's just all gone to...
We're looking inwards again. Just let me...
It's the puppy. It's just all seems to have gone to byway again, where people don't ask if anything you need or just good morning again. It seems to have all stopped.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because we did all rally round through lockdown, and it's a shame that this has happened once again.
Ben, come and get him, please. Ben has Rupert's mummy.
Oh.
Come and get him. You can have him. Take him.
Only for a few hours because he's got to come back.
Yeah. When he's bigger, bring him back when he's stopped being a puppy. No. He is sweet. He is sweet, Tara. And Miles, yes, he is saying, everybody's just been a little bit too self-centered at the moment. We all need to remember we are a community and we are spirit having this journey together.
We're all going through these hard times.
And especially
no refunds.
No refunds. What do you mean no refunds? Aye.
Yeah, we're all going through hard times with bills and
cost of living and stuff. Yeah. I mean, every time you go to the shop, it's scary, isn't it? How much things have gone up.
It's frightening.
Yeah. I mean, I was paying 80-some pence at Aldi for my milk because I've got I have to have lactose-free milk. And now it's £1.30 something. It's Sing, Chrissy, I'll put that up. Saying hello to people and being nice to everyone doesn't cost anything. We should all just be kind.
That's true.
That was part of Nick's philosophy last year. Nearly every philosophy and address he did at his church was about just let's be nice to each other. And I was talking to the twins, 16-year-old twins, about what I do and why I wanted to be a reverend and stuff. And one of them said, but I've read the Bible and that, and we've studied it at school. And it's just like lots of stories saying, stop being horrible to each other and just be nice. It's like,
That's it.
Just be kind.
I agree with what the one about. Just saying hello. You've only got to say hello to your neighbour. I don't know. We've got new neighbours next door to me. Because I'm the house next we're attached, and I don't even know them.
No.
Because I don't see them, so I can't even say hello. Have you settled in? Because you just never.
No.
I think they hide away. To be honest.
Yeah.
They must think I'm here and hide away.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry. Let me just turn that off.
Yeah.
Tony, keep talking. I apologise.
No, I'm not speaking. No. If there's anything on your mind, anything you want to talk about, please drop it into the comments, and we'll see where we go and what happens. Because these are your services, so it's about what you guys want. That's fine.
Hello.
Sorry about this.
Hello.
But let's just have a chat, see what you want to talk about. It's all about your. I can't get your comment up, Chrissy. Just a second. But yes, that is so. I wish we could live in perfect harmony together without any conflict. am I expecting too much? No, you're not expecting too much, Chrissy. It's what we should be doing. We should be just trying to live together. And I mean, what difference does it make? When you speak to Reverend Nick, you'll be organising a mental health support group, free and qualified counselling. Perfect, Miles. It's about talking, isn't it? It's about people talking your problems through and sharing thoughts and ideas.
I do apologise.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Suzanne, I remember that. I remember when people used to go out and clear roads and clear their neighbours' paths and things. And, you know, we talk about the good old times, don't we? But I know they weren't all good times, because there were things that happened when I was younger that I'm not overly chuffed about and I wouldn't want to repeat. But on the whole, I think it's nice when people are just kind to each other and generous to each other. But if guidance comes from Spirit, Deborah, we will certainly pass it on, but we will see where Spirit wants us to go with it today.
I know you've not seen me for a long time. Yeah, I've not been right good at a few problems, but hopefully next up should see me on the right road to recovery.
Fingers crossed.
Because I've got another op in beginning of February, but let's hope Spirit's still with me.
Oh yeah. I think, lockdown did change a lot of people. It certainly gave me time to,
I think it made me reflect.
Yeah. And it was, as lockdown was hitting, I decided that this is definitely what I wanted to do. And it seemed to be Spirit's way of saying, well, now you've got the time, so get on with it.
That's what did it with me.
Yeah. Let's just get on with things and reflect on what we want to do in life. But I don't think everybody took that time. No. I think a lot of people just took it as an excuse to be more self-aware and self-centered.
So I was going to say some used it as being selfish, didn't they?
Yeah. But there we go. I have a gentleman standing with me actually for a moment. Just bear with me.
Yeah.
Let's see where he. Who are you, sir? Who are you? The gentleman that's connecting. I want to say this gentleman's given me a very strong energy. I know this chap would be a chap who really focused very much on, like we're saying, what can he do to make other people's lives easier rather than what can he get out of other people. So I know that he's a guy who would have looked out for everybody else. The person he's connecting with here on Earth side of life he's saying to me that they are very much the same as him, that they look outwards at other people and they connect with other people, and it's always about what can I do for you, to the point sometimes when it's a male energy wants to connect with this side. I don't know if this is for you, Miles. It might be, because I'm very drawn to your name, that as I can see your comment coming up, to the point where you neglect yourself sometimes to do for others, so you will give others and do without yourself. Does that make sense? Deborah, it sounds like your hubby. Listening then, please, sweetheart. But I do feel like I'm connecting with the male energy this side. But bear with me. Listening, I mean, it's not for you, but listening, please, sweetheart. He's taken me around the 24th of a month. That's been significant. As you know, with dates, it could be 23rd, 24th, 25th, but around there will be significant. And I want to be around the month of September as well for some reason. So the month of September must mean something as well. He's giving me this quick pass into Spirit, very quick pass into spirit and very unexpected pass into spirit. So his passing came out of the blue. Big shock, he's saying to me, big shock. I can hear Budgies tweeting in the background, so there must be Budgie regards must be significant. You had a pet budgie when you were little, or somebody you went to see had a pet budgie. And also I'm getting a headache. Somebody suffers with headaches here because he's massaging my temples and it interferes with vision. It's like migraine, that type of thing. It's like the headache is affecting my vision and I can't see properly. I don't know how to go into this. We don't eat properly, and it's not that it's not that we don't have it's not that we have the food in and we just don't eat it. We haven't got food in the house. All right. And he's aware of that. And he's saying, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Okay. So at the minute, life must be quite tough around whoever this is for. Oh, you're confusing me. So just step back a little bit. He's coming just a little bit too close, and I'm not really getting what he's saying to me. Brian must fit somewhere as well. So if anybody knows a Brian, I don't know if Brian's earth side or spirit side, but there's a name Brian. But then he is talking about the lady that's with him in spirit. There's a lady with him in spirit, and she connects with him on a family level. Okay, so she's also a very strong energy and a very strong lady, but I feel like this lady went into a good age. I'm not getting a sense of age, and I'm not going to try and pin an age on her because I think I would get a clip if I tried to. But she's telling me that she would rob Peter to pay Paul at times in her life. So times were lean for her as well. But I work hard. I can feel sore hands, rough hands. I don't know what she did. But I know I'm a hard-working lady. I don't know if I did washing for people or scrub stairs or what this is, but I know my hands are really okay. Somewhere connected with these people as well, there's a dementia, Alzheimer's type condition, because I'm getting a bit forgetful and foggy. So, which is very nice. They gave me that, and they didn't just make me go completely blank like they used to do. But I know I'm a little bit foggy, so either a dementia, stroke, but something in the head that affects how I'm thinking and processing. But somebody down here, again, we're going back to these headaches. When these headaches come, you can be a bit like this. It's like you can't think about anything. You just want to sit in a room and blank things off. If you can take all of this, Deborah, then, you know, sweetheart, please do. If this is for you, then, Deborah, what she's saying to me is, you've got to assert yourself. You've got to put yourself forward a bit more. Jean got wrong once for saying this in a church, but I've got to say it as it is. You've got to get a backbone, and you've got to stand up for yourself, and you've got to push yourself forward. We understand you've had troubles and difficulties, is what she's saying, but you can't let that define you. You've got to stand up for yourself. I'm sorry if this is harsh, but that's how she's saying it to me, and I can't change it. Stop biting. That's sore. She's saying stop biting. She made my tongue go really sore there when she said that to me. Stop biting your tongue and say the things you need to say, because
just think how you say it.
I know it's hard, because she's really got my pointy finger out and she's wagging it and she's like, you know, stop being pushed from pillar to post. Stand up for yourself, sweetheart. And she's a little bit cross with you. All right, okay. She is pulling her energy back a little bit from me. But what I want to say is Lily must mean something, or lilies. She said it to me, so I'm thinking it's more of a name than the plant because I normally see flowers. But I heard lily. If it's flowers, I apologize, but lily must be significant somewhere. But she's talking about new starts, new beginnings, new life. So I don't know where around you there's all of this new energy, new growth, or even new life. But there's definitely something going forward where there's this sense of new purpose and really getting things going. And I will leave you on that note because it's really positive, and I will leave you on that note, and I'll see if Jean's got a connection with somebody or if she's got the same connection as me, sweetheart.
Well, I don't know if it's the same lady, but the lady I've got, well, I keep shrinking, but I would say she's a bit smaller than me. In hospital, say I'm 5'4", I'm going to stick to 5'6".
I was going to say more like 5'6".
But I've got the same lady. I know this lady would have been a bit rounded. Bless her. I know Tony's talked about being hard worker, but I know this lady was. And it wasn't just, I don't know if she worked out as well, but I've got to say, with the family, the home, and things like that, this lady did work hard and to get everything together, bless her. She did, I'm going to say, blooming well, because she did keep everything together. I do know has she come in a younger day that she would have been a lot of fun, because it's as if she's saying, when I went out, I enjoyed myself. And she's, I didn't have to have a drink neither. She's, I'm not saying I didn't have one, but I didn't have to drink silly to have a good time. And she's saying that's like someone here now. They need to get out and have a good time. They don't need to spend a lot of money, but they can still go and have a good time and enjoy that time. Okay. She's talking about how Tony gets September, but I've got August, so I do know August means something. And I feel that could be a birthday more than a passing where she's coming across.
Also candles, I think it's a birthday.
Yeah, I know Tony's got candles. But it's so funny because I know Tony's got this puppy, but this lady's talking about puppies in her younger day where the mum dog had trouble having these babies. Well, they are babies to me. And I know she's talking about that where it cost quite a bit because they had to go and have a trip to vets. And I don't know how she's done that. I think it's because Tony's got a pup running around here. But I do know, what is it, Deborah? It's gone with you, Deborah, sweetheart.
Mum's birthday was August.
And also she's saying happy birthday. So I do know we've got a birthday around you now, sweetheart. Okay. I don't know who's around you, what's talking about a move, but she's talking about a move, darling. And what she's saying, it might be the best thing at this time to have that move. And that's up to people of their own choice, but this is just what she's saying, darling, okay? But she's saying that, oh, it's all right, sweetheart, that she's sending this upliftment, just like Tony was saying, and she send all this upliftment because that's what either you, darling, or somebody close, what needs it. I know the lady would have had health conditions because I can feel her, but bless her, when it was time for her to pass over, I know that she's talking here, darling, it was just, I'm ready. And she shut her eyes and she went nice. She went nice and peaceful because she said, I was ready.
That's just me.
Oh, was that? She would just said, it was time and I wanted to go nice. And this is how she did, sweetheart. She says, I closed my eyes and I went over peacefully. Okay. I'm not saying this lady went to a very old age because I don't feel that at all. I'm not saying she went young, but I know I didn't go to a very old age with her. Okay. And all right. She's giving me Mary.
I looked around and she was gone.
Yeah. She just went. She's giving me Mary, sweetheart, so I know the name means Mary. But as I'm saying Mary, she's also giving me the nursery rhyme, Mary, quite contrary.
I've just got that.
She's giving
silver bells and cockle shells, yeah.
She's giving me that as well. So that
singing that.
That must mean something, sweetheart. So she's bringing that in as well. I have got to say to you that she's all right, darling. I'll tell her. She is saying that let's get over these dark times, and that's just as she's saying it, and let's look for the bright times. So I do believe that's more symbolic. Let's get over the winter months, look forward to the spring and the summer months, darling, because things will change. She's on about, so I don't know if it's time for planting bulbs, I haven't got a clue, but she's talking about planting the bulbs. And I know somebody would plant the daffodils bulbs and tulips and stuff like that, because that's what she's showing me, sweetheart. But the yellow of the daffodil is for brightness, and this is what she's sending. I've got to send all that love and all that brightness to you, darling, okay? What else? All right. And I know what she's saying, Deborah, that you're waking up at a certain time every night. It's the same time every night where you're waking up. I'm not saying you don't toss and turn, but you actually wake up, and she's not telling me the time, but you wake up every night at the same time. And she's telling me you're also having lots of dreams with spirit dreams. What you need to do, darling, is what you can remember, dot it down, and at the end of the week, that will come to a message for you. I hope that's been okay, sweetheart. And we will send you the healing which you need. Okay, darling.
Just as Jean was talking about waking up, Deborah, I got 2:30. So it must be between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. Must mean something to you.
I just got
because that's where I saw it. I saw a clock and it was saying 2:30, and then it said 3 o'clock. So somewhere between there, in that half an hour, something significant happens or happened to you. Around that time. Thank you.
Oh, I've got a lorry driver.
You've got a lorry driver, and I've got a Shirley or a Shelley.
Oh, we might be connected. I'm so sorry.
Just at the same time?
This lorry driver's just jumped in. As
Not this lorry.
No, he would just jumping in as if he would have jumped in his lorry. I have got to say would be, and I've not said jolly cow, because that's the only way. He loved his job. He loved his driving the lorries, he's telling me. And I know as he's coming in, bless him, he would be a quite tall chap. I'm not saying over 6 foot, but he would have been a nice tall chap as he's coming in. I know this gentleman would have carried a little bit of weight on him, and he's talking about he's packing up. He's packing up. He says, I daren't say I like something because I got that all week. And he's just laughing. I do know that someone here on the earth plane would like the egg mayonnaise sandwiches, because I can smell them and I can taste them. So I do know somebody likes them as well. Okay. I know this gentleman was a smoker, because I can smell the tobacco as he's coming in here. Okay. But it's just, all right, darling. It's not so much the new lorries he would have drove as the older lorries. Now, I'm not saying he worked for Simonites, but Simonites is coming in to me, and I know they had the older lorries that time, all right, when he was about, and he's coming in with that, but he's coming in with so much love and so much energy for somebody on the earth plane, please. So he's giving that love and he's passing that energy on to get somebody a bit more motivated. Can anyone understand this, please? It's a lovely chap, so jolly. I don't want to keep going on if nobody can understand him, because it's not fair. There's something to do with Alan. I know Alan would be either a friend or within the family, because he's just mentioned Alan. And for some reason, I've got 56. I'm not saying he passed at 56, but he's telling me 56. So everything must mean something important, because that's how it's coming on.
He would drive to Liverpool and then go somewhere. I know Liverpool's a port.
Yeah.
But he would drive to Liverpool.
So he would have done the long haul.
And then go over water from Liverpool.
But he's a jolly chap, I've got to say. He really is. Shoulder, heart. Tony's picked up an heart condition as well. So if it's not this gentleman, somebody would have
take it off
the heart condition. But I've got to say, he was a lovely, jolly gentleman. This is the only way I can put it. So I do hope that somebody can understand this gentleman, because he's come through so quick.
He did.
And I've got to say that June, all right, he's telling me July the 20th. So I know that that's important as well as is coming in with this. He's saying that somebody on the earth plane does need to cut down smoking. So I do know that they can understand. I'm not saying it's the person on the earth plane, but they do know of somebody who does smoke. And he's just telling them that they ought to cut down slightly. You know, so if they had 20, cut to 10, that type of thing. But they need to, he's saying, we know it's hard to stop, but cut down a little bit. All right. I don't know why he's taking me to his feet, but he said he had big feet. So I know he would have had quite big feet, this gentleman, and that's, fancy showing me his feet, I don't know.
I don't like feet.
I don't like feet.
But hi, Daniel.
But at the same time, all right, sweetheart. I know he's got to his feet, but he's showing me the steel toe caps. So that means something as well. And he's also, I know, pits are rife all over, but there's somebody as well connected to him what would have worked down the pit.
Dad.
And I've got to say would have worked down the pit, not on the, is it face when you're on top? They would have gone down.
It's face if you're down, surface if you're up.
Well, they would have gone down the pit.
Worked on the face.
Because they're showing me them, so I'm going back with this, they're showing me them coins.
You're talking.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but they're showing me the coins. I hope that somebody could understand this because he's a lovely gentleman.
He is, and a gentleman.
Yeah, he truly is. He loves everybody, and he's just said that he loves his children to pieces, and his grandchildren, and his great-grandchildren. So he's got still quite a lot of family on the earth plane because we've got the children, the grandchildren, and the great-grandchildren. Okay, I know this. He's telling me 4, but I do know there's still 3 on the earth plane connected to him. So I do know somebody would have passed and would have had 3.
Michelle. Did he do the overseas?
Did he do the long haul, as I call it?
Because he was driving to Liverpool and then going somewhere from there.
Else.
So whether it was over to Ireland or he would go to Liverpool and go somewhere.
But the 56, the birthday,
and
the mining still had a connection, and he's telling me, he's giving me 3, but I know there would have been 4. So whether that would have been a baby, what would have gone to spirit, whether it hit earth plane or not, but there would be 3 on here, and he's so proud of the family, how the family has pulled all together. They've looked after one another. Okay, the one did drift off a little bit, but started to come back once he found his way. He come back.
You're not sure, Michelle? Well, just hold it.
Hold it, darling, because I think, to be truthful, I don't like saying take it with you.
No.
But I do feel as though you will find this if you look and ask around. All right, darling, but please.
I'm really sorry. I'm just going to send a message.
You've got 3 kiddies, so you must be able to look into the others, darling. Okay. But like I said, 56 means something, but I'm not saying he passed at 56, but 56 must mean something. Okay. And just before he does leave me, I have got an anniversary of a wedding, darling, coming up shortly. All right. We're coming out to July soon and going into February, so it could be that. But I know there's an anniversary of a wedding, not a passing, coming up shortly, sweetheart. Okay. And we'll leave all his love with you, Michelle, and thank you.
It was 42. Or 56 goes somewhere then.
Yeah, 56 must fit, darling, somewhere. Because he was in what told me 56.
Oh dear.
But please, I don't like saying take it, but I'm going to say, would you look around?
Yeah.
Because I think you will, things will fit in, sweetheart.
And if it all doesn't make sense for you,
just
then it was a split link.
Yeah.
You're 57.
You're 57. So, and I said 56. Go on, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Because you kept saying 56. All right, sweetheart. And I'm going to leave his love with you.
Yeah, I'm just going to fiddle a little bit. Just bear with me.
Tony's
apologise.
fiddling.
Yeah, something's cropped up.
Can I just say happy birthday, Michelle? There's a young one. The birthday, darling. I don't know if it's just gone or just coming up. I know I talked about the anniversary of a wedding, but he's just told me happy birthday and he showed me a birthday cake, don't. Okay, and somebody loves animals around you. Somebody does like animals, all different kind of animals. because he's showing me the not the zoos, he's more the outside animals, what they call them. Not
Safari
zoo,
parks
yes, safari parks where they run free.
Yeah, wildlife parks and things.
Yeah, he's showing me more that than zoos where they're penned in.
One next week.
Yeah, thank you,
His
darling.
birthday next week. Bless you, thank you. I knew we'd find it. It's so nice to be back on.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it. And just because we were sat here having a sandwich, weren't we, Jane?
Yeah,
and then...
I only came, Tony invited me, says, do you fancy having a sandwich? I'm on my own all day. And I says, oh, go on then. And then he says, oh, shall we have an afternoon? And then by Tony's shirt, Tony's collar, because I hadn't come prepared. No, we've just had a sandwich.
We've just finished our sandwich. In fact, crisps are still on the table. There you go.
So it's been lovely to have time to come on and spend this bit of time with
lovely.
You all.
We're
not finished yet, but we're just saying.
Yeah, it's been lovely. Hi, Kate. I'm not going to try and say your surname until you've said it first because I will just be 2 seconds. I think the puppy needs to.
God, it keeps knocking on the cat flap. Funny enough. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
How do Amy? Curtis, not my Amy.
I was going to say hi, Colin.
Yeah, he's at school. My little grandson. Bless him. Has got to have hearing aids.
Well,
that's why you shout all the time. Thing.
That could be me as well.
Yeah, Tony needs hearing aids.
Having audiology tests again in February.
But I think that's Michael what's done his ears. I honestly do.
Yeah, he's broke.
And all these dogs yapping, especially Puppy.
Oh, he's lively. Bless him. He's going to have to come in soon. It's freezing with that door open. Just quickly, and this is very, very quick. I've got a little girl running around my breakfast bar. She's running that way and then running back and then running that way and coming back. And it's her that's been playing with Horace and the puppy. But if somebody could take a little girl running around, she's blonde, reddy hair, and it's tied up in a ponytail with a red ribbon, and the red ribbon's important. I've sent a link to Reverend Nick because I know I've got somebody with me that wants to speak to him. Hello, dear.
Hey, how are we?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Thank you.
I like your monkey still on the side there.
Let's say Coco's still about, bless him.
Nick, the reason I sent the link to you, I knew you were going to be on today because I know I've got Francis stood with me.
Thank you.
And I'm not cheating. It's just I've worked with Francis before and I know his energy. And I could feel his energy building with me. When I saw your name go up, I thought, if I don't speak to Nick, he's not going to leave me alone all day.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Okay. Well, I've got the name Roger ringing in my head. So I don't know if Roger was a mate of your dad's or you understand where there's a Roger.
I understand where that comes from. Yes.
And I don't know if Roger's still here or if there's somebody connected to him outside of life, but your dad's sending out energy in that direction. So wherever Roger is or was, there's some thoughts needed that in that direction, please. You would also understand if it's around your mum, there's healing at the moment. I know your mum has health issues. I'm not being cheating there, but I know Linda and I know she has issues. But at the moment, there's something new. So there's new healing needed around there now. Okay, sweetheart. 23rd. You know, I can be a little bit out with dates, but around the 23rd of a month. But also something around now. So there's an anniversary of something happening now because he's here now and he's bringing energy for that. All right.
Yes.
Thumbs up for the changes you've made in your life.
Thank you.
Work for that company that you'd worked for quite a while, and the. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to be very careful here. The new moves you've made in your spiritual life as well.
Thank you.
About time.
Yes.
You have to put it in.
Go on.
Only quick, because if not, he's here. And what he's saying is you're more busier now than you was in your other job.
Yes.
And
Very much so.
Bless him. He's just said, take a breather. Take a breather.
Thank you.
It's just the way he's put it is you do need to come up for air now then.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Definitely. Definitely.
I also got the name. Tony, give the name. I've got the name Neil for you, darling.
Yes, I get that. Yes, I understand where that is. Thank you.
I know, but today,
No, it's fine.
Sometimes we can link in together.
Yeah.
Not linking. But when I've said leak, you can understand somebody what has had a leak.
Yes.
Because
yes.
Changed it, and he's just saying, no, you were right. Somebody has had a leak. All
yes.
right, darling. I know about Mum that they are sending the healing, sweetheart, and that, but I've got to send healing to you.
Thank you.
Because
thank you.
I'm not being rude when I say this, Nick, and I've only met you a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. But what he's saying is, sweetheart, that sometimes you put that front on and nobody sees what's beneath you.
Yeah.
And he's just saying, well, sometimes, darling, it doesn't hurt to show them that you weren't like anybody else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I know you have shed tears, sweetheart.
My pointy finger.
You have shed tears. You're only human. But people think sometimes, darling, that you're wearing a steel armour.
Yeah.
And you don't. You know, it does come off and you are you after all this. All right, sweetheart. And he's just said, yeah, but can you just tell him, is that still big softy at heart?
Yeah, thank you.
Strip back a little bit when you've got to and let people just get in to you. If that makes sense, I'm trying to really...
It does. No, I get you. I absolutely get you. Absolutely get you. Yeah.
And dentist, darling.
No.
Yeah.
I do.
Because he's just saying, well, you just tell him it's no good keep putting it off.
Yeah.
You're putting it off. I ain't got time, he's just saying. You keep saying,
yeah.
Do it. You're one of them, a good doer.
Gonna.
And he's just said,
yeah.
I'm going to let Tony come back in with you.
Yeah.
I want to send all his love, please, to you and to your mom and say God bless.
Bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've got my little waggy finger out because he's saying...
Sorry, I'm just going to check your box.
Yeah, just make sure he hasn't gone in the pond for a swim. I've got to say, Nick, he's saying to you that there's a situation, a relationship around you at the moment where you're giving in. He's saying giving in more than you should, and it's like,
yes,
it's just easier. And he's like, no. There's times when you've got to say, actually, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this, or I need to do this, this, and this. So he's going in that way. And he's also saying there's where there's 4 in the family, where there was 4 in the family.
Yes.
He's around there as well. Somebody's interpersonal relationships are a bit like 2 magnets that are on the same pole at the minute, and it's like they're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and it's neither wants to be the one to just take a step back and reevaluate things, and he's a bit with that as well. So
yes.
Nice bits, and I've got the pointy finger bits where I'm like, no.
You have.
But he's doing it with love. He's doing it
absolutely.
Because he can see what's going on, and he's frustrated because it's, if they would just take a breath, like Jean said, and step back and look at it afresh, they would realise it's not a huge thing. It's just something they need to compromise on and move forward with. All right. He is starting to pull back a little bit because he knows you're busy in a moment, but he's saying, I've got to give you the Michaelmas daisies, the really big Michaelmas daisies.
Yes.
He likes what you've done outside. I know you've been working on Mum's garden, but he likes what you've done outside. and a lot of it are things that he discussed with people as well.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if it's for Dad or if it's something you're doing with church, but he's talking about something like a memorial service or a there's something you're planning, and it's a big thing emotionally, and it's to do with church or services. I don't know where I'm going with that, Nick. I'm sorry, but
yeah, I do.
That's fine.
Do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense for me as long as it makes sense for you.
It will.
And it's almost like he's saying it'll be nice to look back at all of the people who've gone before.
Yes.
One of them, and he's just talking about that, and he's making me really warm and glowy with that. So he's really pleased that you're planning that. All right. He liked. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not going to turn around. I don't want to know. He likes that you're reaching out further now than you've ever done before.
Yes. Yes.
And he likes that. I know where this is linking to, I think. He likes that you didn't compromise your truth.
Thank you.
He likes that you didn't compromise your truth. You stayed true to yourself, your beliefs, your feelings, and you didn't. But he's saying, why can't you bring that to other areas of your life and stand up for your beliefs?
Yes.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Oh God. He's showing me a pocket watch with an Albert chain.
Yes.
I'm not really sure what this is, Nick. It's something like a ration card or an identity card or something. From like 40s-ish times. And he's showing me that. And he's also showing me a blue card with black writing on the front of it. That's very dog-eared and very fragile. And I don't know what this is. And there's a sepia-coloured photograph of a man and a woman. Looks to me like a wedding photograph, but this man's in his uniform and the lady's in a suit with her little hat on in this sepia.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah, lovely.
I've got to leave that with you. He says, go on and get done.
Just 2 minutes.
He's online.
Yes, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Has to be.
Yeah, but he's just said to me, he's talking about sister, so I don't know if it's Dad's sister or yours. What needs some healing sent that way, some thoughts sent that way, Nick?
Absolutely.
Quickly, he's given me a pie and a cigar, so you can understand somebody what would have had a pie and probably a cigar at special times or 2 different.
Yes.
Things. All right, darling.
Absolutely. Bless you.
I know you're busy, and I will say God bless.
God bless you. Thank you.
That's right, darling. It's all right. I was just going to say, if we're off in time, I might bob on.
Yeah, lovely. I'll send you the link. Now, I will just for the benefit of everyone at home. Yes, there is an anniversary that you wouldn't realise. Very close, because 2 days ago it was my niece's wedding anniversary. And they chose to have it the day after the anniversary of Dad's passing.
Oh.
It's been 2 years since Dad passed.
No way.
Yeah. And in actual fact, the healing, when just to very briefly, my sister's partner, Paul, he had very bad COVID when Dad was in transition, so they weren't allowed to come. Because he was in hospital, but they were in different wards. Paul has just tested negative. He had COVID again on Dad's anniversary of passing. So absolutely yes, and everything else, yes, I'm down with it. So yes, I just want to share that just as validation for everyone watching at home. And I'll send you the link just in case you get finished. And I'll see you. Well, we've got a date on Friday, Swindles. We've got a date on Friday. I'll put the poster up later.
Okay then, darling. I was going to announce it at the end when I do my notices. But
lovely.
See you later, darling.
God bless. Oh,
do love Nick. Sorry about that, everybody. I just knew I had to get Nick on screen because his dad was stood between me and Jean, and we know his dad's energy, and he just wouldn't have gone anywhere. I'd have had him all day nagging at me for not getting in with Nick. But no, that was lovely. Thank you. And if anybody else wants to come on for a message like that, please let us know when you see the post go out for an online service. Drop one of us a message and just say, look, can I come on and have a reading? Because it does work. It really works well, and I love it. Used to love those hybrid services we did where we did a couple.
Yeah, where we could see you instead of just your name. It's
yeah.
To see a face to the name.
Yeah, exactly. Suzanne, perfect. If you see the post go out for our online services again, I will try and get one done. Like Nick says, we're online
next week, won't it?
Friday, me and Nick. It'll be either over the weekend or
next week.
Yeah, because Nick's service is Thursday, and I don't want to tread all over that. So, but yeah, we will do that, and it's lovely.
We might even get an afternoon one in again.
We might get an afternoon one in again. I hope, because it's worked really well. I've loved doing it in the afternoon.
That's if I get invited for my dinner.
Yeah. Well, you see what happens when you do things impromptu. That's not good. My beautiful spirit family, Fiona. Okay, Fiona. If we get anything, Fiona, we'll pass it on. That's how we work. Chrissy, absolutely.
Me and Tony's very much into the fledglings and trying to improve them and bring them along. So if there's anyone who's training or would like to come on and just see how they go with mediumship, then me and Tony,
absolutely.
Me and Tony's there to offer our support.
Yeah,
so if you're out there and you're working with spirit, or you'd like to work with spirit, please feel free to come along. Tony will set it all up. I'm no good, and then you'll be able to come on and see where you go.
Yeah,
so if you can give messages, and we will support you 100%.
Yeah. We have a couple of fledglings ourselves who've been working with us for a few months.
And they've got their own bookings.
And they've got their own bookings and things, which we'll be going along and supporting them with. But we're not going to last forever, and it's important to get a new generation coming through just to get some fresh blood and some fresh energy going.
Those older ones now will not be here forever.
No.
So we need new blood.
New blood, fresh blood coming in.
Let's get on a Sunday, the third craft, what we do on a Sunday. Now you'll be surprised how many young people are coming in, not just the old ones, we're getting the young ones. And it's lovely to see them walk through them doors and actually stay and come back week after week.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. And this is what we needed.
Yeah, we do.
We need different people. And so feel free. Tony can sort these things out. I can't. But
drop me a message, and next time we go live, or the next time we go live after I've received your message, we will certainly get you on if you want to try and come on.
That's all right. We planned.
Yeah, we can.
Where we could do some training online.
Yeah, we could do some online training.
A Zoom would be ideal.
I do feel we've come to the end.
Yeah.
So I will say thank you, everybody, for working with us and being with us today. It's been absolutely lovely to spend this afternoon with you. I'm on with Nick on Friday at 4:00. We're doing a spirit line, so it's going to be an exploration of all things spiritual, and we're going to explore whatever topics come up. So if you want to come on there, Nick will be putting the post out.
I like that, Daniela. Good night. I get it wrong, sweetheart. It's afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes. So we will try and get on. Michael does something on a Monday night now. But you never know. Friday after this thing with Nick, we might be able to get a live in. I will try my best. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for spending your time and joining us.
Yeah, it's been lovely. I will say good night and God bless. I will close it.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. And God bless you. And then Jean.
Shall we do the Nanite song?
I think we have to do the Nanite song. I think Suzanne would go on strike if we didn't do the Nanite song.
You could join in.
I will this time. So, hi, Cloud. Nice to see you.
Oh, hello, Cloud.
Yeah, I hope to see you soon. I hope. Anyway, so could we all just blend our energies together, please, and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for sharing your energies with us today. We thank you for the messages that have come through and the people who've watched us and the people who will watch us in the future. May I ask now that the veil be closed between the two worlds, and we will hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours, all the love, all the honor and the glory. Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
Can you just tell we've been practicing? We was in harmony.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night. God bless everybody. See you soon.
See you soon.